see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body.
Hey babes, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I turned my braided wig into these beautiful butterfly distressed locks. It turned out so freaking good. I'm completely obsessed. This wig is a full lace wig from my collection and I braided it last summer. Rocked it like that for a while and now I'm ready to turn them into some locks. As you guys can see, they have the little loops on them. Look how perfect, like this was my first time doing this and look how perfect they turned out. So it's not hard at all. If you're interested in learning the technique, then just keep watching. The hair that I'm using today is the free tress water wave hair. I picked this up from the beauty supply store and I got 5 packs and that was the perfect amount because I still had some left over. And as you guys can see, they're like separated in little strands. So there's 1 strand, there's 2, and there's 3. I'm just gonna take one of the strands and start with that. And I didn't have a crochet needle, so I used a little beader thingy that comes like in a little pack of beads. But if you have a crochet needle, you can use that as well. I'm just going to take my jam and put that on the root so it can have that nice fresh look. And then I'm going to stick the beater right through the middle and separate the hair. I feel like the more you separate it, the more of the braid like it will cover and like the easier it'll be to get the loops in the locks. But you don't want to separate it too much. Now taking that same strand, I'm just going to loop like one of the ends and put it through the threader and then thread it through the root of the braid, just like a crochet needle would. Now you want to have one end long, as you guys can see right there, that's the long end, and then a short end where your hand is basically anchoring it. So holding the braid and the short end of the braiding hair, we're going to wrap the long end of the braiding hair around the base of the braid 3 times tightly. I feel like I keep saying braid, but after that you want to start to wrap down the braid. And as you guys can see, I'm taking my thumb and I'm just sticking it through the hair and continuing wrapping, and that's gonna create the loops. So I wanted a lot of loops, so I'm gonna continue to do this like maybe every time that I wrap or every other time that I go around, I'm doing the loop. You can do this as much or as little as you want to. And the beautiful thing about this style is that it doesn't have to be perfect and it's still gonna look perfect. Like I had so much fun making this. It was such a stress reliever. It just felt so natural. So we're just gonna keep wrapping until we get to the end and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. So when you get to the end of the braiding hair, we're just going to wrap upwards, back up the lock just to secure it. And I used Got To Be hairspray on the end of the lock and then I rubbed it in between my hands. I saw someone else on YouTube do this and it works pretty well, but I would use nail glue right here next time instead of the got to be spray, because after like a couple days I had to touch up like 2 or 3 of the locks, and I feel like after washing and all that the nail glue would work better. But I'm just gonna take another strand of the braiding hair and separate it just like we did the first time. So we're still gonna have a short end and a long end, as you guys can see, and we're gonna pick up where we left off, but make sure you wrap a little bit over, make sure you overlap like where you left off so it can be nice and seamless. And we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing all the way down to the end of the braid. Sometimes the braiding hair can get a little tangled around your fingers, so I just cut that little piece off so it's not in my way. So that's what you just saw me do, just in case you're wondering. But we're getting down to the end of the braid where it's pretty thin, it's little at the end of the braid, so we're just gonna hold the end of it and wrap up the lock. And even when I'm wrapping back up the lock, I do put my thumb in there to create more loops. And right where we ended it, I'm gonna take some of the got to be spray and rub hands like Birdman and get that lock nice and secure. And at the end, if you can still see the end of the braid, just pull it down a little bit and boom, there you have it. You got a whole lock. And just do that all over the head, and this is what you should be coming out looking like. It's so freaking bomb, y'all. Like, what? Now I'm gonna tint my lace with my Second Skin lace tint spray, and I've worn this wig lots of times before, so it's been tinted previously, so it doesn't need too much. I'm just gonna spray it and then blow dry it. So this is what the wig looks like on. I used the stocking cap method and the original boho cream to lay my wig. So now to lay these baby hairs, I'm gonna use my edge booster, edge control. And I'm just gonna lay my edges in a swirly type of pattern. I'm just freestyling it, you know, and cutting the hair like wherever it needs to be shorter. So yeah. And there we have it. That's the finished style. Make sure you let me know what you think about this style in the comment box below. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.